Together, Rean and Emma stepped out onto the highway and walked to the park. Something certainly is out of balance here. And I can sense the presence of the higher elements as well. Fortunately, their effect seems to be limited to within the park itself. You don't think that there could be a cryptid here like in Lohengrim Castle, do you? Well, I don't sense one now. The higher elements are only present in the park itself, so I think they're here as a result of the chaos in Erebonia, particularly because this area is close to a spirit vein. But I can't offer any guarantees that the surrounding area won't be affected in the future, though. Emma? I'm sorry, I was wondering if I might be able to calm things down a little. I think I'll try at least. Please, step away. Oh, Spirit Vein, calm the chaos of this land by the guidance of my mana. Any luck? No, unfortunately not. As I feared, my power simply isn't enough to quell a disturbance of this magnitude. And Celine's assistance wouldn't help to do any better. Oh, well, at least you tried. Is something wrong? I was just thinking, I bet Vita would be able to do it. With the amount of power she has, she'd be able to handle something like this without even trying. Oh, right. I've always been following behind her, desperately trying to catch up. I've always admired the incredible talent she has as a witch. No, admiration isn't quite it. The truth is, I've always had an inferiority complex when it comes to her. I'm always comparing myself to her, always reminded of how lacking I am in comparison. I'm sorry, you've ended up with a weak witch like me instead of a competent one like her. If only I were stronger. As I am, there's no way I'll ever be able to catch up to her. You keep saying always, Emma. No one's born with the ability to do everything perfectly from the start. Just like with my swordsmanship, there's always going to be someone who has more experience. So rather than beat yourself up for not matching up, you should take it one step at a time instead. One step at a time? Yeah, and we'll all be here doing the same thing with you. And gradually, bit by bit, we'll all become more experienced and skilled at what we do. It's not something you can do overnight, but one day you'll be able to catch up with her. I suppose you're right. All we can do for now is focus on the task at hand and hope that will get us closer. I think I was just feeling a little impatient and frustrated. Don't mind me. I don't mind at all, really. We all get that way sometimes. Anyway, we've come all the way to the park. Want to walk around and relax some? That sounds lovely. The monster-infested park. So, this is the fabled Grand Market. It's so lively. I imagine it must have been livelier before the war, but it's still rather impressive if I do say so myself. I think that's all because of the merchants here. They work really hard to keep things going. I can certainly believe that. Merchants are known for being nothing if not passionate. Oh my, there's a delightful smell coming from that stall. Let's go take a look. Looks like she's having fun. Don't think she's had many chances to relax in a while, so I'll have to make sure she gets the most out of her time here. Everything here's so delicious. I even had the pleasure of seeing the excellent workmanship of Berehard's craftsmen. It's just a shame I couldn't try out the much-renowned Celtic beer too. You've got a couple years to go before you start thinking about that. I was joking, of course. I did notice a lack of merchandise from Western Erebonia, however. I suppose that's to be expected with the rail restrictions. Still, it's a bit of a shame. Yeah, it'll probably stay that way until the war comes to an end, too. I'm actually surprised you noticed. Well, I am a member of the Imperial family. Oh, Rean, let's check over there, too. When is this damn war gonna end? Sure, the provincial army's gone, but we're gonna be struggling to make ends meet so long as this fighting continues. You gotta wonder what the Imperial family's doing at a time like this. I haven't even heard one word about Prince Keldic. Prince Cedric, let alone Prince Oliver, ever since this all started. Oh. Word has it that His Majesty is safely tucked away in Heimdall, at least. Don't the nobles have control over Heimdall, though? So much for royalty, I guess. Doesn't mean much if you can't have any influence on a situation like this. Sorry, Your Highness. Whoa there, you might want to take those words back. Apparently, Princess Alpin's behind the Crimson Wings that chased the provincial army from the Twin Dragons Bridge. Huh? For real? The Imperial family's probably doing what they can. Just because you don't hear about it doesn't mean it isn't happening. That's why we've got to believe in them and make sure the Grand Market's ready for when everything's back to normal. Well, I'm fine so long as the war ends, really. Right, I gotta head back. Catch you later. Are you alright, Your Highness? Yes, thank you. It's no surprise that there are people who aren't happy with us right now. The fact that our efforts at the Twin Dragons Bridge alone were recognized is more than enough for me. That's very kind of you to say. I'm certain that what we're doing right now isn't in vain. That's right. That's why we need to keep doing what we can. I don't want to let Father or Cedric down, and Oliver is expecting so much from us that I'd hate to disappoint him. Exactly. Just don't forget that you're not alone in this. Thank you. Hey, aren't you one of those kids from that military academy? Holy cow, are you Princess Alpin? Oh crap, this isn't good. While it's flattering that you'd mistake me for Her Majesty, I'm afraid you have the wrong person. Isn't that so, Rean? That's right, she's actually my little sister, you see. Huh? Didn't know you had one. Gotta say, you don't really look all that alike. Well, we aren't related by blood. Of course, there are some benefits to that. We can get married, for one. You what? Your Highness. But, oh, he's just so frigid. Did you know he only visits me at school once in a blue moon? Have you ever known a brother like this, or a brother this cruel? I guess it's good that you, get along so well. Yeah, we sure do. God. Oh, Alpin. Looks like we managed to avoid outing you there. You definitely overdid it, though. Oh, not at all. I was simply speaking from the heart. Elise's heart. Do try to visit her more often once this is all over. I'll do what I can. With their trip to the market over, a mildly flustered Rean escorted Princess Alpin back to the Courageous. It's kind of surreal thinking about how this is where it all started. Getting dragged out here and handed a bunch of requests from the townsfolk sure was something. It certainly was an interesting experience, especially with Instructor Sarah's refusal to help us at all. Though it all makes sense now that we know she's a former bracer. And thanks to all those field studies, we learned how to think and operate independently. Yeah, normal students wouldn't have gotten the same opportunity to learn things that way. The fact that we've overcome so much since then just goes to show what an effective method it was, right? Effective is right, and we can't keep applying what she taught us even now. Keldic's Grand Market sure brings back memories too. This is where things really kicked off for us. Definitely. First there was a dispute between those merchants, and then we got caught up in the case with those bandits. I don't think I've ever questioned so many people in my life. It was tough, but our teamwork helped us pull through in the end. If we had been short by even one person, I doubt things would have gone as well as they did. Especially if you hadn't been there. You played a huge part in the whole thing. Way to inflate a guy's ego. And that's left now is the highway. All that's left now is the highway. Granted, we can't really go too far out. How about we take a ride on your bike? I want to see what's going on over near Trista too. Might as well. I'll head back to the Courageous then. Oh, but wait, we don't have a sidecar, do we? Oh, never mind the sidecar. I'll just ride on the back. That should work, right? Sure, we can do that. I think Elise was jealous because in the last game I took Laura on the ride to Heimdall on the sidecar, and so she was just like, let me one up Laura by the competition a little bit, but she's not really a competition because Laura wins hands down. The road to Heimdall still seems really well protected, perhaps more so now. Now that they've lost the Twin Dragons Bridge, this area is probably more vital to the Alliance than ever. Yeah, it still doesn't look like we're getting back to Trista anytime soon. Don't worry, our day will come. It might not have been our intention, but we played a part in liberating Celtic. And we'll try and liberate Trista and the Academy the same way. I guess. That's right, we've got to think positive. We need to keep moving forward and believe that our path will take us there eventually. They returned to Celtic, taking extra care not to be noticed by the Noble Alliance forces along the way. B? I should have guessed you'd be asleep. Odd place for a nap, B. Now I think about it, this was about where those Jaegers showed up last time. Maybe the worry that they might show up again tired her out. I hope she doesn't catch a cold sleeping here. I don't want to leave her here, but I don't want to wake her up either. Maybe I can carry her to a bed without waking her up. Up we go. I'm surprised at how light she is. I hope she's eating well enough. Well, you might be in the middle of a war, but someone her age still needs to eat and sleep well. She's still growing. Not that she's ever had an issue with sleep. She's actually built pretty well for how young she is. It's like her muscles have developed specifically for the purpose of being useful on the battlefield. Just holding her like this tells me a lot about the life she's led until now. Rean? Sorry, did I wake you up? It's fine. What are you doing, though? You were napping in the hallway, so I figured it'd be best to let you sleep on an actual bed. So you were taking me to bed, then? Let's not say things that could wind up labeling me as a criminal. What's up? Nothing much. I had a dream about what happened 10 years ago. Back when the boss fight first took me into Zephyr. Ah, I see. Might have been because you were carrying me. I wish I could see him again. I know, P. Looks like she was only half awake. Has she started seeing Zephyr's leader in me, though? It's true that we've essentially become P's new family at this point, but even then, we can't replace Zephyr for you, you know. Guess there's no need to bring it up. She'll probably have forgotten all about this once she's awake. There we go. I'll come wake her up when it's time for us all to meet up. Hello, Machias, and to your friend, too. Thanks for feeding Lulu the other day. It's fine. I used to do the same for the cats that lived around my home. That aside, I hope you're not still bullying Susie, Jake. Maybe I am, or maybe I'm not. Who cares about that, though? Come play with us, Spexter. Spexter? How many times do I need to tell you to have some respect for your elders? Despite the teasing, he seems to get along with them fairly well. Honestly, you kids don't know how worried I was when you never came back from the Twin Dragons Bridge. Thank goodness you're unharmed. Sorry, we really should have gotten in contact with you sooner. We still can't thank you enough for providing us with food and drinks while we were here. We'll be sure to pay you back in full one day. Don't you worry about that, you just focus on what you need to do for now. I'm sure things will only be tougher from here on out after all. What, you wanted to thank me? Hey, no need for that. If you really want to, though, buy a newspaper, or 10. I'll get back to you on that. And he never stops trying to win a cell, does he? There's no need for you to thank us. In fact, we're the ones who should be thanking you for everything you've done. No, not at all. Class 7 may never have been reunited if not for the help of everyone here. Oh, we hardly did anything of note. You're all students of my good friend Van Dyke, too, so it was only natural. I look forward to seeing how much you grow by the time this war comes to an end. Thank you, sir. We won't let you down. That should be everyone, I think. I have to admit, I wasn't expecting them all to cheer me on like that. That just goes to show how meaningful the time you spent here was. They all seem pretty happy being freed from the Noble Alliance, too. It's a bit too early to be celebrating. They could come back at any moment. Still, going around and talking to the townsfolk has helped me better see that Celtic's free for now. I think I'm starting to see the power we have to help change things here in Erebonia for the better. Yeah, definitely. This is only the start, though. It's up to us to set the heights we achieve. And I won't forget it.
Leaving so soon?
You're...
I see you remember me after all. That's quite the honor, Rean Schwarzer.
Just who in the world are you? I'm aware how you've been supporting both us and Major Nighthawk from the shadows, but you're a little too suspicious for your own good. Why do you know my name? What exactly are you trying to accomplish?
There's no need to be hasty. But the time has finally come for me to reveal my true identity to you. Ta-da! 'Tis I, Thomas, your favorite instructor!
What?
It's certainly been a while since you've enjoyed the bliss of one of my enthralling lessons, hasn't it? I trust you've been doing well.
Why are you of all people here? Wait, no, the better question is, why were you in disguise in the first place?
An excellent question, and fortunately, one with a simple answer as well. You see, I simply wanted to avoid any trouble that might arise if anyone were to place me as one of Thor's instructors. I must be a master of disguise, because it worked so well that no one ever suspected me.
I think I need a minute to process all of this. So you're the one who helped us back at the Twin Dragons Bridge?
Indeed, 'twas I. My goal was to aid you as covertly as I could manage, but there's no need to lurk in the shadows any longer. I pledge my support, my life, my love. From now on, you can sleep easier at night knowing I'll be right there.
Holy hell, that's creepy.
Isn't this all a bit sudden? Oh, I suppose it will be helpful to have another instructor on board.
After gladly welcoming their new allies on board, Rean and the rest of Class 7 took flight once again to assess the situation in Erebonia.
Upper rank you go! Here's a bonus from the Academy. Well done! I'm so proud of you, Rean!
Oh my! This ship is simply spectacular. There's something to captivate the eye at every turn. I've been dying to board the Courageous for quite some time, so being here now is a dream come true. Oh, right. And all my dreams were dashed the second I learned that suspicious man turned out to be Instructor Thomas. I know how you feel. So much for a super cool action hero. I don't know. He's always come across as an airhead to me, but maybe there's more to him than I thought. Instructor, what exactly made you leave Trista? Actually, it was Principal Van Dyke. He wanted me to look out for all the students who had fled the academy. Make sure they're all alright. Covertly lend them a hand if they were in a pickle, that sort of thing. Really? You know, it was through the principal that George and I were able to reunite with everyone, too. The more time goes on, the more people we realize have been looking out for us. Tell me about it. We have so much to be thankful for. Make sure you never forget that. Regardless, now we've taken care of things at the Twin Dragons Bridge. I propose we resume traveling around and gathering information. Works for me. And thanks to our operation being a complete success, we should be able to land at Celtic and the bridge now, too. So, like Yusa said, let's get back to gathering information and helping out those in need. You got any more requests for us to knock out? Yep, Prince Oliver sent along some more, so feel free to take a look. Schwarzer, I'd like to put your Divine Knight skills to the test. If the opportunity presents itself, meet me in the main corridor of the Twin Dragons Bridge. Nightheart. Terrible news, Rean. A malevolent worm has swallowed Toa whole. What will the Courageous do without its darling marshmallow mascot? Okay, so that was a fabrication, but just think, what if she had been swallowed? You'd surely do your best to kill that monster, no? Abyss worm. A gorilla in my road. Okay. The outdoor bath area has been host to a variety of strange things lately. While this isn't an urgent request, I would really appreciate it if you could come help us investigate why. For further details, please speak to me at the front desk of the Phoenix Wings wagon. Whoa, we've got all kinds of different ones this time. I certainly wasn't expecting to see one from Major Nightheart, especially one involving Valimar. I wonder what he wants. I'm sure he'll elaborate once we're there. If we can take care of that and the extermination request, we should be okay. These all look like so much fun. Can I come this time, can I? You do know this isn't a game, right? Well, it's not like she can't hold her own in a fight. Why not? Anyway, let's get started. Now Milligan's stuck in the party. Yay, a character I'll never use.